Hi, and welcome to English-Fabule. Are you learning English? Great. Let's learn English with a very interesting story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get started.
At Heathrow Terminal 5, a unique sight filled the busy areas. It was not just the usual crowd of people going on holidays or business trips. Here, many young men and women stood in line. They held tickets for only one way. They were not planning to return home. This feeling was very different from a normal airport rush. It felt like many people were making a final decision to leave. They were saying goodbye for good. A mother stood close to her 24-year-old son. They shared a quiet moment. There were no loud words, no big goodbyes, just a deep, silent sadness in their eyes. This scene was powerful. It felt like a country was slowly losing its most valuable parts. This departure was like a scene from a quiet war, a war that the United Kingdom was steadily losing. This book will help you see and understand this hidden conflict. It will show you the real story behind these silent farewells, happening often in different airports across the country. By the end of this book, you will fully understand why so many people are choosing to leave the UK. You will learn about 3 very specific, invisible triggers. These are the secret reasons that forced this son and many others to leave their home country. These are not simple, easy-to-see problems. The government often does not talk about these important reasons. They refuse to acknowledge these difficult truths. But these invisible triggers are the key problems pushing the country's skilled and ambitious young people away. Many talented people have already left. Others are actively making plans to go, packing their bags and buying tickets. This is not just a few single cases. It is a large movement of the UK's most important workers. These are the people who can help the country grow and become stronger. However, they feel they have no choice but to build their futures somewhere else in the world. We will introduce an important idea in this book. It is called the Great Filter. This is a hidden part of the economic system in the UK. It is quietly removing the most talented people from the country. It is taking away those who are smart, creative, and work hard. This filter pushes them to other countries around the globe. As you read, you might start to think about your own situation. You might ask yourself, am I next? Will this filter affect me too and make me consider leaving? Now, think about the year 2030. What will the United Kingdom look like in just a few short years? We will share a shocking prediction for that future. If everyone who has the power and ability to save the country decides to leave, who will stay behind? Who will remain to simply turn off the lights when everyone else has gone? This is a serious question for our country's future. 2. The money trap. Life for young people in the United Kingdom feels like a complex puzzle.
Even when they get a good job, their money seems to vanish. It's often hard to save, and basic living can be a struggle. This situation is often called the salary illusion, where what you earn doesn't truly reflect what you can buy. Consider this. Earning £30,000 today might sound like a decent salary. However, In terms of what it can actually buy, it is less powerful than earning £15,000 was in the year 2000. This is a strange truth. The prices of everyday items and housing have grown much faster than most people's salaries. For instance, a salary of £35,000 in 2010 had the same buying power as £53,000 does today. But very few jobs have seen such big pay increases. The money you earn simply buys less now. This is largely due to inflation, which means the cost of goods and services goes up. From 2021 to 2023, for a period of 20 months, prices rose faster than people's pay. This meant that workers saw their real earnings fall. Each month, they could afford less and less with the same amount of money. Let's look at Sarah's situation. She is a junior doctor, a vital job. She earns around £50,000 a year. This salary places her among the highest earners in many countries worldwide. Yet Sarah finds herself struggling to make ends meet in the United Kingdom.
It is shocking, but sometimes she even has to visit a food bank to get groceries. It creates a tension. How can a doctor, a highly skilled professional, need help with food? The cost of living in the UK, especially for housing, is extremely high. Rent in London is a prime example. Even in Zone 4, which is not in the very center of the city, a small one-bedroom flat can cost as much as £1,800 each month. This is a huge portion of someone's salary. In contrast, for the same amount of money, or even much less, you could rent a luxurious apartment, perhaps even a penthouse, in a city like Kuala Lumpur. Or as an example, a beautiful villa with a pool in Bali could be rented for just £350 a month. This difference makes people question where all the money goes in the UK. One evening, Sarah sat down and carefully looked at her payslip, the paper showing her earnings and deductions. Her eyes stopped at one line, the student loan payment. This amount was taken directly from her pay each month, money she earned but never got to see or spend herself. For many young professionals, student loans are a heavy burden. Seeing this specific number on her payslip became too much. It was the final reason for her deep frustration. Feeling caught in a money trap, she picked up her phone. She made a call that in that very moment instantly changed the course of her life. 3. Fear in the city. UK cities are changing. They no longer feel safe. Many people feel this, especially when compared to places like Tokyo. Consider the laptop test. In a Tokyo cafe, a young man named James can leave his expensive laptop on his table. He stands up to order a drink. He knows his laptop, worth around £2,000, will be safe. No one would take it. In Tokyo, people often try to return lost items. But in London, it is different. James once left his laptop for 3 minutes in a shortage cafe. When he returned, it was gone. This constant threat makes people always stay alert. It feels like a hidden tax on your mind. You cannot truly relax. This lack of safety is not just about small thefts. It shows bigger problems in society. Every day, phones or bags are stolen on the street. In 1 year, about 78,000 people in England and Wales had things snatched. This was a huge increase of over 150%. London is the worst place for this. Over 116,000 mobile phones were stolen in London in 1 year, meaning 320 phones every day. The police call London the epicenter of phone theft. People fear moped gangs snatching phones on streets like Oxford Street. James's girlfriend was followed home twice.
This constant worry is exhausting and takes away quality of life. These crimes are symptoms of a deeper problem the authorities ignore.
This lack of safety points to a wider societal breakdown, which we will discuss in Chapter 7. I remember an evening. I was walking home with my phone. Suddenly, a hand snatched it away. It happened fast. My phone held my memories, pictures, and work, a large part of my life. Losing it was painful, but the feeling after was worse. My sense of belonging, my feeling of safety at home, had been stolen too. A deep fear stayed in my heart. In that moment, I knew, I am not safe here anymore. 4. A new life in Dubai. Chloe Martinez Wright was 30 years old. She often sat on her balcony in Dubai Marina, making videos for her followers online. The sun always shone, making it easy to film her beauty tutorials. Chloe had a special visa for 10 years to live and work in the United Arab Emirates. She did not move to Dubai just to pay less tax. Chloe felt she had to leave the UK for another reason. Her business was growing. She sold makeup and health products. But in the UK, the government took a lot of her money. After company tax, income tax, and other costs, she kept less than half of what her business earned. She thought, why work harder if I keep so little? It felt like the UK system punished people who tried to build something new. It stopped her from making her business bigger. In Dubai, it was different. She paid almost no tax on her earnings. Her business made about £180,000 last year.
In the UK, she would keep only about £85,000. In Dubai, she kept almost all of it. This extra money helped her hire staff and grow her business much faster. It felt like an act of self-preservation, not greed. Chloe also felt a different energy in Dubai. Everyone she met seemed to be starting new projects or making things happen. Ambition was good here. People wanted to help each other succeed. In the UK, it was sometimes different. When Chloe talked about her success back home, some people reacted badly. They made comments, not about her hard work, but about her tax-free life. She felt she always had to say sorry for doing well. This made her feel like an imposter, even though she worked very hard. In Dubai, no one made her feel bad for winning. People were happy for her. They wanted to know her story and learn from it. This open spirit was a big change from the UK. The warm weather also helped her business a lot, as she could film outside every day. Chloe missed her family in Manchester and her friends. She did not want to leave Britain, but she felt the country pushed her away. She asked herself, why fight so hard to succeed in a place that does not want me to? She looked at her UK bank account on her phone. Then she looked at her UAE account. The numbers in Dubai were much higher. Suddenly, her phone buzzed. A text message came from home. Her sister had written, "Call me, Mom's not well." Chloe's new, sunny life felt a little less bright.
She wondered if she had made the right choice. 5. Sun and laptops. Many young people leave the UK for places like Bali and Lisbon. They work online, choosing a life called digital nomadism. On Instagram, this life looks perfect, working on a sunny beach. But the truth is often harder. It means dealing with different country rules, like visa runs to renew papers. Sometimes it can feel far from home and old friends. Yet for many,
it is still a much better choice than staying in the UK. Take Liam Foster, for example. He is 26. He starts his day with a swim in the ocean. By 7 in the morning, he is at a co-working space in Bali. He has online calls with clients in London. By noon, his workday is often finished. He can then choose to ride his motorbike through rice fields or go to a yoga class. This is the geo-arbitrage secret in action. Liam earns the same money he made in London, but his living costs are very low. His rent for a villa with a pool is only about £350 a month. Food costs around £8 a day. A massage costs £6. In London, these prices would be much higher. Liam's old life in London was stressful and lonely. He worked long hours and felt like his work had no purpose. In Bali, he found a community of people doing interesting things. He feels more connected and happier. This way of living makes you ask, are you paying 4 times more for a life that is 4 times worse in the UK?
This new lifestyle is very popular, but there are whispers about new rules. Some people worry about a regulation crackdown that might affect these nomads in the future, as we will explore in a later chapter. Consider Maria and David. They were a couple from the UK. They sold everything they owned. They dreamed of a new start in Portugal. They packed their bags, ready for a fresh life. But at the border control, a problem arose. A new rule, a detail they missed, a paper that was not right. Suddenly, their dream was in danger. Their right to live and work there, their future home, was not certain. They stood there, unsure what would happen next. 6. Feeling unwanted. Chapter 6 talks about a hidden reason why young people leave the UK. They feel unwanted. In Britain, if you work hard and do well, some people might not be happy for you. This is called tall poppy syndrome. Imagine a field of flowers. If one flower grows taller than the others, some people want to cut it down so it's the same height as the rest. This shows a problem where success is not always celebrated. It's like the crab bucket mentality. If you put many crabs in a bucket and one tries to climb out, the other crabs will pull it back down. In the UK, this can mean that when someone tries to achieve more, others might try to stop them or make them feel bad. It's like a sickness in the culture. People who try to do well might be seen as showing off or thinking they are better.
Think about Sarah, the junior doctor we met earlier. She worked very hard. Maybe she found a way to save money, or was offered a better job in another country. When she told her colleagues, some might have reacted strangely. Instead of asking how she did it, they might have given her cold looks. They might have said things like, "It must be nice to just leave your problems behind," or "Not everyone can just move away, you know." This made Sarah feel like her efforts were not appreciated, but even resented. This is very different from other countries. Let's think about a dinner party test. Imagine you were at a dinner party in the UK and talk about your big new project or a new achievement. People might change the subject or act a little uncomfortable. They might even make a joke about it to make you feel less special. Now, imagine the same party in a country like the United States. If you share your success there, people would likely congratulate you. They would ask how you did it and what your plans are. They might even offer to help. It's a huge difference in how ambition is treated. In one place, it's celebrated. In the other, it might be seen as something bad. This feeling of being pulled down or resented, even for good things, makes many young people want to leave. They feel like their home country does not want them to shine.
They look for places where hard work and success are seen as positive.
A politician recently said something surprising about young people leaving the UK. He said, "They are just enjoying a new adventure. They will soon miss home and come back." But this idea is wrong. These young people are not just on a long holiday. They are building new lives. They are finding places that truly value their skills and dreams. And because of this, they are not coming back. 7. The empty country. The United Kingdom is facing a serious problem. Many young and skilled people are leaving, taking their talents to other countries. This is creating a brain drain and a big change in who lives in Britain. In 2024, a large number of British people left, around 257,000. Most of these were working-age people, aged 16 to 34. This means the country is losing its future workforce and innovators. This massive departure is the aftermath of the problems we have seen in earlier chapters. The invisible triggers we spoke about in Chapter 1 are now causing clear economic damage. These triggers included the financial difficulties young people face, worries about safety in cities, and a feeling of being unappreciated for their ambition. The country invests a lot in its young people. For example, educating a typical university graduate costs the state about £110,000. But when these young, educated people move abroad, Britain loses this investment. Even more, it loses decades of future tax payments.
A professional earning £50,000 a year contributes roughly £14,000 in income tax and national insurance each year. Over a 40-year career, this is over £500,000. If 250,000 people leave every year, the country could lose £140 billion in lifetime tax money annually. This is the true scale of the economic hole. If these trends continue, the UK could become a very different place. By 2040, imagine London as a quiet ghost town. Many shops might be closed, and busy streets could become empty. Fewer young people would be around to start new businesses, create art, or bring fresh energy to the cities. The once vibrant city centers could feel desolate and sad, losing their unique character. Buildings meant for offices and homes might stand empty, and the famous nightlife would fade. One secret reason why the government has not fixed these problems is the gray vote. Older generations tend to vote more often and in larger numbers than younger ones. Because of this, politicians often make decisions that benefit older people, like protecting their pensions or property values. This means the government does not always focus on the struggles of young people, such as high housing costs or low wages. This choice feels like a betrayal for the younger generation, who feel ignored by their leaders. The biggest impact of this demographic collapse could be on essential services.
Our healthcare system, for example, relies heavily on many different workers, including those from other countries. If fewer young people stay in Britain and fewer skilled workers come from abroad, the National Health Service could struggle even more. There might not be enough doctors, nurses, or other vital staff. Imagine needing help, but the waiting room is empty, and there is no doctor coming to call your name. 8. No going back. The young people who left Britain were not running away. They were brave. They made a choice for a better life. This was an act of survival, a way to find a future that Britain could not offer. These young people became global citizens, finding their place in the world. Remember James, who moved to Tokyo? He is doing very well. He got a promotion at work. He is thinking about becoming a permanent resident in Japan.
He does not plan to come back to the UK. Why would he? In Tokyo, he found safety and respect for his hard work. He feels safe, respected, and can save money, which was hard in London. And Sarah, the junior doctor from Chapter 2, she made that important phone call after seeing her payslip, which was her final straw. She left the UK and started her own business in Dubai. Her business has grown a lot. She has hired new people there and is looking to expand even more into other countries. Sarah feels good about her success. She will not return to Britain either.
She found a place that values her effort and lets her grow without being punished for it. Her colleagues' reactions to her success back home are now a distant memory. The digital nomads, like Liam, found their place too. Liam is now happy in Cape Town. He bought a property there. He is now thinking about becoming a citizen of South Africa. He built a new community and a new life that makes him genuinely happy. He has no desire to go back to the UK, which he felt was stressful and lonely. For James, Sarah, and Liam, their journey has ended in new homes. They will not come back. They found what they were looking for: a better quality of life, more opportunities, and a place where their hard work is truly rewarded, not criticized. Britain spent money educating them, but they are now helping other countries grow. They are paying taxes and building lives elsewhere. They found countries that wanted them, instead of one that pushed them away. This shows a new kind of person, the global citizen, someone who chooses where to live based on what life offers, not just where they were born. The country you live in shapes your future, your happiness, and your chance to succeed. You have a choice to make right now. This is not just about James, Sarah, or Liam. This is about you too. What will you do with this information? Will you wait for things to change, or will you create your own future? Many young Britons are choosing to build their lives somewhere else.
They believe there is no going back for them. What do you think the future holds for those who stay in the UK?
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.